Welcome back to review. We might end up doing kind of week 3 and 4 combined because I have been so busy. I completely forgot to do one on the Sunday. Just things got crazy. This week has been testing, right? It's been stressful. There's been a lot going on and it's been hard to maintain that kind of positive mindset, especially when you're not really being rewarded for it on the scale front. I thought I was. We were making progress. I saw 108 and then back up to 110. I'm like, Jesus, okay. The food has been pretty much exactly the same. So I'm going to get on to my program now. Where was it? I had it up here. Oh my God. Excuse me for my tardiness. But yeah, so overall, everything's been hit. Full workout's been hit. Cardio's been maintained at 30 minutes. Last week I kind of had to squeeze it in. This week's been a lot smoother. I managed to get them all in between Monday and Friday, which was fucking don't know how the hell I did that. And although I say to you guys like, oh, it's been a stressful week and I haven't maybe seen as newer lows as I wanted, when I'm looking at the weekly amount here, so on the 25th, for example, I was 109.5, and then on the 18th, I was 110.5. That's obviously a 1 kg loss, and that's 1%, which is fantastic and exactly what I'm aiming for, especially with calories around that kind of 2,500 mark. I find that I'm quite hungry, but it's manageable at the moment. Steps as well have been pretty much nailed every single time. My average is around 11,000, so just over 10, because a lot of the time I'm not looking just to hit 10. I'll make sure that I just do a little bit more than that, just to make sure, because if you're wearing your Apple Watch or something, if you do anything like I'm talking now, it might think you're actually walking or moving when you're not. And yeah, training's been a bit hit miss. Not gonna lie to you at the moment. Like, it's something that I'm just trying to get ticked off and done. It's been a struggle. I did manage to make it to Iron Bodies, the bodybuilding gym I go to, and that really lit me up and I really sent it after. I'll put, again, some clips up of the RDL. Was the form like perfect? No. Was it pretty solid? Yeah. Am I happy for 160 for 8? Yeah, you better believe it. I am very happy with that. The rest of the session was good. I had a guy come up to it. It was really nice of him actually. Like, he heard and saw me doing it and he could see how happy I was about getting the last rep on as well. And he was like, bro, there, like, that was expiring. So, and I was like, yeah, thanks, man. Like, I wasn't doing it for anyone else. But it was cool to see that because that's the type of gym it is. It's a good gym. And we did see two new lows, to be fair. We saw like a 108.9 and we've seen a 109 as well. So it has bounced back up a bit the last couple of days. And to be honest with you, sleep's been great. So recovery's been in a really good spot. Everything's been ticked off. Sometimes with this fat loss, it can just come all at once. On the 27th, I went from 110 down to 108.9. And the scales have been a little bit fluctuating a little bit, but like overall, everything has been really ticked off. And so from my perspective, the only thing I could try to make this more aggressive by pushing down is just lowering my calories by 100 to 200. I very rarely would recommend huge jumps down. Reason being is like, it makes it really unbearable real quickly. Instead of it, like, I think there's a story about the frog that gets boiled slowly to death just by the temperature slowly increasing bit by bit because you don't really notice the pressure as much. I'd like to try and get to Iron Bodies a little bit more just because the environment and the culture there is so important. But from where we've been to where we are now, like we started off January 5th at 114 and now like we're quite comfortably seeing like in the 109s to 110 to 109s on average. So the month of January we've lost 4 kilos, which is on average 1% per week. But now I can see that kind of rate start to slow down. It's gonna take more aggressiveness to get a little bit more body fat off because obviously I've only got 2 months, and during that 2-month period I've also got a stag do. I've got the suit fitting today actually, so that'll be interesting to see how that goes. And yeah, I think it's just going to be about tightening up on the food and discipline front, making sure that everything stays absolutely locked in, that nothing changes throughout that. I was looking back last year and I was roughly the same weight last year, around this kind of 108, 109 point, which will be interesting because that's when I would have come out my first real season in natural bodybuilding. So to see myself where I am now lets me know that during this time of coming off that and back to now, I haven't really eclipsed. All I've done is really just hammered the gym. So what I'm looking forward to is as I come back down again and maybe comparing some photos to how I looked last time at 108 and 109, comparing to where I looked this time 108, 109, to see if I can see any improvements in body composition, in muscle growth, things of that nature is going to let me know, especially for the future, on how that's going to work for 2027. So yeah, that's the only update from me at the moment. Like, we've got the wedding prep stuff that's coming in thick and fast now. We need to get on top of that. It's January in the fitness industry, so obviously the business is busy. It's all ramping up, and obviously we're still trying to push the business forwards to help more people, help more guys get in absolutely sick jack shape. Yeah, until next one, peace out, have a lovely time wherever you are in the world, whenever you're watching this. And if you need any help with your fat loss journey, with your muscle building journey, there'll be a link in the description below.